Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to what hopefully will be another action-packed Herald game. I'm ODPixel. Big shout out to everybody tuning in today. Hope you're all doing fantastic on this morning, afternoon, evening, wherever it may be for you in the world. And yeah, settle yourselves in and get ready for some Dota 2. Let's have a look what we've got today. On the Radiant side, we have a Lycan, a Sniper, a Nyx Assassin, a Hoodwink, and a Jakiro. Over on the side of the Dire, we have a Lina, a Pudge, a Sand King, an OD, and a Luna. And we'll see what sort of lane setups we get here. I should probably sort of where the Sniper is. It looks like the Sniper is going to be the safe lane Sniper. He's going to be doing the carrying for the Radiant. And for the Dire, I imagine Luna will be... Yeah, Luna's going to be going safe lane, surely. Well, let's have a look if we get some action around these bounty runes. See if Pudge... Is he going to be able to get the hook? Here we go. So he's got the Jakiro. And Jakiro trapped in. Should certainly... Oh! Oh, would you look at that? No. Oh, damn. Oh, a little bit of a bushwhack. Dragging the two of them over the Jakiro and then allows the Jakiro to go to safety. I mean, it may have been an accident. Probably was an accident, but he'll tell you that that was intended. And, you know, I'll say that was... Yeah, he dragging them over the Jakiro so Jakiro was free. That is... I've never seen that before. Well played. There you go. Ah, some good signs already here from this game. So the lane setup that we have is a Sniper down bottom with support Jakiro. And they're going to be up against offlane Sand King and a support Pudge. Mid lane, we've got a mid Nyx Assassin against... Oh, hang on. Well, maybe some disagreements there, but it looks like they have settled with letting the OD take the mid. So, yeah, Nyx mid. Very exciting against an OD. Top lane, Lina. Yeah, had a stick, Blightstone. Looks like they're going to be returning to the top lane to be the support here for the safe lane Luna, who's against an offlane Lycan and a support Hoodwink. So, well, either way, whatever happened there, looks like they agreed to, you know, settle their differences and get on with the game. However, Sand King's pinging the Lina. Not quite sure why or what he's not too happy with. I mean... Unless he wants the Lina to come down bottom as well. I don't think there's really any reason to do that. And it is definitely the Luna that needs a little bit of protection in this lane against the Hoodwink and the Lycan. So I'm sure they'll probably leave it as such. Mid lane. See how the Nyx Assassin does. I mean, obviously, you know, nowadays, what's the damage on this bad boy? 2.3 of the int multiplier, but burning the mana and doing the damage. It's, you know, this used to be... I guess it still is. I just feel like we don't really see this hero that much anymore. I just, you know, have a good hero against high-end mids, like an OD. I'll see what sort of build he goes for. Because, you know, you're going to have to see something a little different from the standard when it's this Nyx Assassin being played in such a high-priority position in the mid lane. I think the temptation, you would imagine, is going to be there for the full burst. See if the man gets the Dagon out. That's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, top. Pudge. Oh, little off. Little off. I was sort of maybe anticipating the Hoodwink running and chasing them down. Bottom lane, apologies. As always, I missed the first blood. I'll own up to it this time. I do. Apologize. Yeah, sorry. One day we won't miss a first blood. And it will be the best video I've uploaded on the channel. But today is not that day. Well, here we go. Luna, how's she doing the regen? She's got 4 tangos. She's pretty prepared for this. Pudge. Oh, he's going in. He's giving them a right rundown. That's a bit risky there. Takes a lot of damage in return. Oh, Hoodwink. Just a little short the mana to have the full combo. With the acorn shot on the bushwhack to catch the Pudge. So CS in this lane. Luna's doing fine, though. Despite the pressure that the Lycan and the Hoodwink are putting on, she's doing fine. And what we got mid. Looks like he's just going to get the arcane boots first here on the mid Nyx Assassin. Make sure he's got mana to spam against the OD. And also to set him up for those moves around the map that he's going to want to take. Bottom lane Sand King getting a little low. What kind of skill build are we having on the Sniper? Maxing out the headshot here over the Shrapnel. Alright. I mean, Shrapnel might not be what it used to be. But I still feel that most of the time Shrapnel is going to be favourable. Just for farming. Just sort of everything. Even though I guess it feels like, oh, you know, headshot, more damage. It's going to help me farm quicker. Not necessarily, I don't think, against just having the straight higher levels in shrapnel. But this man wants to right-click people, and that's fine. When they get themselves some sort of detection in this lane, they'll get this Sand King kill. The Sand King is very low. The shrapnel, you know, it's forcing him to kind of stay out the sandstorm. He's like, well, I want to stay in the sandstorm, but that's me staying under the shrapnel. Oh, no. Oh, and they get his courier. Oh, he didn't know where to go. He's like, well, if I leave the sandstorm, they'll see me. But if I stay in the sandstorm, I'm going to die to the shrapnel. So, a tricky situation there. Yeah, I guess I thought it was a little smaller, really, the AoE of the shrapnel. But as it seemed to be, it seemed to cover a real large portion of the sandstorm there. So Sand King just had nowhere to hide. Mid. Pretty even matchup. 40, very even. 14 to 6, 15 to 6. Pretty much drawing the lane so far here. And top. Yeah, Luna. As I say, she's doing great. She's doing great. Pudge is up there. Okay, so alright, so this is what they wanted to do. They wanted to swap it round. They wanted to have Lena as the support down bottom, but oh, she's dead. So it seems like earlier the Sand King was pinging the Lena, wasn't happy with her being top, wanted Lena to be bottom with him, then the Pudge top. And now, of course, pinging the Lena again, because Lena's come down to his lane and she's dying, which she will do. She's a very squishy support against these two. Jakiro gets any sort of slow on her, they'll easily have enough damage to kill this Lena. Mid. A rotation from Pudge. He's going to look for some hook setups. From the OD, maybe. Does have Astral. Our next assassin is indeed aware. This ward catching a sight there of the Pudge as he was sat up on the cliff. So, very hard for Pudge to really get in on the mid at this angle. From the Radiant side of things, they're actually going to come in with a rotation themselves. Jakiro's over. They'll look for the setup. They do get it, but he's got the Spike Carapace. And that'll put a stop to Pudge being able to stay on top of him with the rot. He can't kill this Nyx. Good read from the Jakiro. Obviously, they did see the Pudge hovering around the mid lane. And, you know, Nyx Assassin not being left to completely fend for his own. Jakiro's also around, just in case. Just give them that extra bit of firepower if Dire were to make a move onto the Nyx Assassin. As they did do. So good recognition there from the support. Something that we don't always see a lot of times in Heralds. So these very early defensive movements. Honestly, not just in Heralds, even in higher MMRs. You know, a lot of the times the mid may get ganked and there's no help coming in. And he's like, well, guys, we did see the person hovering around mid for a minute. Could have done with someone else to help out in the mid lane. So good to see that this game, the Nyx Assassin has got, you know, backup in form of his supports. At least it's Jakiro, who's been keeping an eye on the mid. On top lane. Trying to get on top of this Luna. So she still doesn't really care. She's farming fantastically. So is the Lycan. Sure, you know, both cores are having a really good time on this top lane. But I feel like Luna's doing it more so without too much impact from her supports. I mean, we saw Pudge spend a lot of time mid. Luna was left alone. It hasn't affected her farm at all. She's got the Tread. She's going into the Mask of Madness. Pudge has come back to the top. Maybe see if we get some sort of setup here. What level have we got in the beam? It's just level 1 beam going for the farming. But, of course, with the maxed out passive. So don't have a huge amount of damage to get these kills, even if Pudge does get set up like he did there. Hoping it's going to have no struggle walking away. And if he ever goes onto the Lycan, Lycan's very tanky, a lot of HP regen, and Hoodwink will be able to hold back the two heroes trying to go for him with the Bushwhack. Well, bottom lane Jakiro, very, very low down here. If they've got any sort of regen to help him out, there's Tangos in the backpack of the Sniper, but he's unlikely to want to pass those over to the Jakiro, so Jakiro's just going to have to suffer for now. He's got a set of Tangos and the wards coming in. Look, you know, it looks like he does want to stick around in the lane without having to make the trip back to base, but means that he's got to be very careful how close he gets to these two, as, yep, he's dead. But maybe, there's no maybe about it, definitely. You know what, that's kind of okay, I feel. You know, you're the support, you throw your life away. Maybe you knew it was going to happen, maybe you didn't. But you give the chance for Sniper to get the solo kill. Top lane. Hoodwink goes down. Looks like Pudge was able to get in with the hook. We'll see Lycan look to run down Pudge in return, but he can't do so. Luna's able to punch into him, and it scares the Lycan enough that Lycan won't continue to try and chase for the kill in return. Mid. We're seeing the build. It is indeed going to be a Dagon rush from the Nyx Assassin. I don't mind it. I mean, they have some tanky heroes. You know, Pudge, you can imagine, I guess it's a Pudge support, to be fair, so it's not like he's going to have any sort of early resistance items on him. Sand King could, but it seems that he wants to rush for the Blink Dagger. They want to go for the plays. Sniper coming in from the side. Oh, Lina. Oh, was that enough level 1? Oh, no, not quite. Not quite. And can look to go for the Sand King instead. They have the sentry down here. The Sand King tries to run down the Jakiro, but he can't chase him. Oh, and Lina, where's the shrapnel? Oh, not quite having the range. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for his sniper, but he's taking tower hits. He has got mana for the assassinate if he pops his wand. Does need to get sight of the Lina, and it looks like Lina's not going to give that to them. Lina's backing off. Top lane, Luna's left the lane now. I mean, understandably, as I said, this sort of support backup that she's had there has been minimal in the last few minutes, so best to go to the jungle, keep it safe. She's nearly got the Mask of Madness done anyway. Top lane, they get the tower. Lina dies to a neutral creep. I mean, it happens. Well, she died to the small creeps as well. That's unfortunate. One of these things caught her by surprise, I guess. Oh, there's OD. Looks like he tried to make a hammer play here onto the Lycan. It works out. With the combo at the Pudge, he hooks the Lycan in, traps him in the trees, and melts them down to the damage of the rot. So OD's starting to get active. Nyx's Assassin was there, but not quite at the point where he has his first item like the OD does. And he sort of hits that good timing of having an impactful burst that he can move around the map. But it was still a while away from getting a Dagon. It's not a cheap item. Bottom lane. Another kill handed to the sniper. He's 3-0-2 now in this lane. Things haven't gone great for the bottom lane of Dire. They really haven't. Sand King struggled. They've been hot with the sentries. We see it. They made the lane very hard for Sand King to stick to. I guess he's gonna head to the jungle. We're gonna see a lot of jungling coming out from Dire's heroes, which is definitely gonna hurt them on the tower front. You know, Radiant, they'll be able to push him pretty easily. Sniper and Jakiro, they can take down towers very safely. We'll see mid. OD's able to go for the setup. Spike Carapace has already been used. So there's going to be no hold back there. Still, the timing a little bit off. Nyx is able to throw out the stun before the hammer comes crashing down on him after the Astral. So Nyx's Assassin is fine. Bottom lane, the tower's taken. Lycan even moving himself over to the bottom half of the map. Wasn't really too necessary. I guess he's already taken the top tier 1 tower, so he just wants to find somewhere else to head. As mid lane, trying for the setup here. OD, he's going to be completely unfazed by the fact that there's a hoodwink here as he tries to go for the combo still. He's not going to get the job done. Not enough damage, even with the Meteor Hammer, as Nyx's Assassin survives. And that sort of kill, yeah, he's just a recipe away now from his Dagon.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
On this top lane, Sand King, he's very close to his Blink Dagger. Jakiro, going to check what's going up in the triangle. It's going to be a bit of a nasty surprise for him, though. Pudge and Lina waiting on the high ground. They won't get to look around there any longer.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We'll see bottom sniper. What's he going to be heading for next? Maybe the full Mask of Madness himself. It's not bad. I don't mind it. Oh, mid. Oh, it's a close one. That's a close one. Doesn't do it. Doesn't do it. How's Lycan's build going? Yeah, he's on track with his helms and his Vladimirs and the big old helmet. Yeah, he's going to get them all at good times. We'll check on the net worth now. Yeah, he's third highest. Sniper's at the top. I mean, there's no surprise about this, really. He's been free farming in the safe lane, and he's 3-0-2. He got a lot of kills handed to him in the laning stage alone so far. Well, what do we have mid? Oh, I mean, they could go for this Lina. Well, they're a little scared. Sniper trying to keep his distance. Get the slows off. Sniper needs to get a couple of hits in and then assassinate. Oh, he didn't even get the chance to snipe him. Oh, they got the dual snipers, of course. Hoodwinks, a little trickier to hit, but certainly hits that bit harder once it's charged up. Top lane, they're going for the Lycan, but he's too speedy. He's going to be able to run away from the three of them. They can't finish him off. Nyx's Assassin is in, comes in with the combo. That's a dead Pudge. Maybe see if they can set up for more here. It's Hoodwink, gets the stun across the tree line. Acorn shot bouncing around as well. No further control, so these two will be able to back away. But a great escape there from the Lycan, being able to pop the ult and run away from the three of them. They just couldn't contain this map. As the kills, they still favor the Radiant 9-5, but the farm, it's even. Luna's getting space. She's sticking to the jungle. She's doing fine, hitting 100 CS here, 13 minutes in. Dragon Lance to be done over the Mask of Madness. Her progress is still going very, very well. Our sniper, yeah, was indeed finishing off the Mask of Madness. Wonder if we'll see some sort of damage build coming out from the Hoodwink this game. Wouldn't be surprised he's picked up the stats enough. The Blightstone top. Trying to make a go there. I mean, if he got a couple of bounces back onto the Sand King, could have maybe had a shot at that with the Sharpshooter. In the mid. Talking about having a shot. Wasn't even needed, actually. The burn of the Macropire killed the OD in time. See if they want to keep going in around this place. Pudge. He has to be careful himself. Only with the Urn Tranquils and trying to go for a Blink Dagger rush does mean that he's very vulnerable to particularly the Jakiro sniper combo. These two are very nasty. Jakiro just offering up a great amount of slow and damage that just really deters any of these heroes trying to push forward and get on top of the sniper. It's not easy. Not easy until these Blink Daggers are done. And Sand King, he has got his. And they get the hook. Now they get the kill. Nice setup there. Ideally, they do want more. They want this Lycan. He's just not letting them have it. See if they can chase for this. Sorry, I'm missing the action elsewhere. Apologies down bottom. Nyx Assassin came and he finished off the kill. Okay, he's nearly got his Dagon money done. That's when we're really going to have to keep our eyes on the Nyx Assassin. Because he's going to be Dagoning all over the place. Oh, yeah. Top lane, I thought they might have a chance of getting the Lycan there, because they did continue to try and hunt for him in the trees, but not quite long enough. Lycan's able to live, and now backup comes in. Hoodwink back on the map. See what they can get here. Goes for the solo smoke. Solo smoke, and actually after TPing to the top lane, okay, he's going to get some warding done, you'd imagine. This Lycan might need assistance, though. Pudge. And he's going to get ready to try and catch him, but the ult is popped. Lycan again, not taking any chances. Ow. Burrow strike just off the mark. It's got the jump forward, but with the stun already used, they can't catch this Lycan. It's impossible. Sniper's here as well. So he'd be ready to shoot anyone down that makes an attempt on the old Lycan. Mid lane, Jakiro. Well, he's dead. There's no doubt. There's no debate here. And that is a dead Jakiro. He's had a few times here, Jakiro. He's just not kept his health topped up. He's got to be careful out on the map when he's at such a low amount of HP. Mid lane. Tower's going down. Wondered if we might see a chance to set something up here. But they have got a Hoodwink and Sniper from the side. But Tower goes down too quickly here to the Fiery Soul, DD Lina. Even though she was a support. She's got a Crystallis, mind you. So she may have been living or forced to live the support life in terms of the roles and the heroes that were picked at the start. But that's faded away. And she's definitely decided to try and take over the game herself. And she's up there with the cores. Now, same farm as the OD, and more so than the Sand King. So Dire's kind of got 4 cores rolling into position, whereas with the farm on Radiant, it's much more skewed towards just being on the Sniper. Apologies, sorry. What happened there? Okay, mid lane. Was that the shot coming in as well? Yeah, it was. They got the setup, they were able to shoot down the Sand King in the mid. Sand King's go for the Blade Mail. Yeah, Sniper, he is definitely the player they must protect. A lot of farmers upon him. Top lane, Nyx Assassin. We're going to turn. He should be able to kill him. He's still got the Dagon, but he can't get it off in time. And even if he did, these two heroes, too much HP for him to burst right now. At least with the level 1 Dagon. He's going to look to max it out straight away by the looks of it. He's got the recipes queued up. But maybe falling off a little bit. We haven't really quite seen him have the same impacts as the OD has had with the Meteor Hammer in terms of just being able to pressure towers. Now, mid lane. Radiant, whilst Nyx Assassin can't do much about pushing, Sniper and Jakiro, they can. Jakiro in particular with the slow siege, the burn of the liquid fire. Close to pushing this tier 1 over the edge. Now, Lina's got Shadow Blade done over the Crystallis. This is a very farmed Lina support, or, well, it's basically a 4th core. Sand King has sort of been pushed down into the more of a support position. He got the Blink Dagger at a decent timing, but the Blade Mail's coming a bit slow after it. He's more proactive at looking for action, whereas Lina's been taking the farm, which can absolutely work. I think if you have this setup and the support Lina as farmed as they are, you as the Sand King, you do just sort of allow the Lina to take the space. So try and get the jump in on the mid, but they haven't quite got the reach there. Jakiro this time round, playing at a safe distance. Hoodwink's going to be maybe the new target. Blinking from the OD, that's the setup they need. And timing on the stun's off, but it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you got the hammer. Perfectly timed by the OD. Jakiro also dead. Losing a few heroes left, right, and center. We'll see in the mid, they get the jump as well. Astral a bit unnecessary, but this sniper will still die. There's 3 kills, straight up for the Dire, then out to 6k lead, and they've got good push. With the hammer and the Luna, if they want to try and take some towers. There's still a tier 1 for the taking down bottom. The Dire have yet to pick off the map. OD's watching in the mid, he's ready for a blink jump, he has his ult. He's going to go for it. There should be enough damage unless Nyx Assassin can put a stop to the ult. The hook's actually going to miss, and yet they can. They come in with the stuns. OD's not able to get the ult up. Or maybe holds back a little too long. I guess wanted to get more hits in before he did do it. And I guess understandably so. Lycan probably would have lived through the burst of the ultimate. Don't think he got quite low enough to die. To die to it. Well, with that, that's another level in the Dagon. The Dagon. Getting geared up here for more potential burst. The sniper is ready to... He's actually going to come in to try and defend this tower. He is on his own. You're going to see the shrapnel stacked up a little bit. But it's more so the intimidation factor. You know, you hear these shrapnels raining down. It's the panic that sets in. The sniper, they are going to read that he's on his own, though, make the jump upon him. A sniper may bring down the Lina with him, but he does die, and he does not successfully defend the tower. The tower still goes down. Maybe it would have been fine there if there was some coordination. Radiant, they needed really a +1 with a sniper. Sniper coming in on his own to defend that tower is always going to be a huge risk. It's just a very dangerous position for any hero, really, to be on their own, let alone a squishy old sniper against heroes such as the Sand King that has that blink dagger to close the gap on him. Where they're heading next. I mean, Nyx Assassin, he wants to try out his leveled up Dagon. You know, he wants to get in there and look for these kills. The sentries are down, so Luna knows that he's around here. They've got further detection. They don't on these heroes, neither on the Pudge. So outside of the sentry, Nyx Assassin will be fine. They can look to set up around it and bait him back into it, and that's going to happen. Nyx is coming back over. Here we go. There's the opening. He's back under the sentry. Straight away, they come in with a stun. Spike Carapace buys him a little bit of safety, but it surely won't be enough. A few Arcane Orbs coming in for the OD. He dies. Macropyre's laid down as Sand King starts to burn. Hoodwink's trying to take them on here. Pudge is falling pretty low, but he's got the 1 charges. Hoodwink will die. Same to be said for the Sand King, though. Jakiro did finish him off. Actually, Jakiro's going to pay with his life. In return, as Pudge will find him on the exit with a nice little hook down the river. Again, layering up the shrapnels, though, unfortunately for the sniper. Did work back in the day. Actually, did it ever work? I think it did work back in the day, but if it did, it was a long, long time ago. Long time ago. Nowadays, of course, there is not any increase to the DPS if you put them up on a job. Oh, I'm saying that. Let me just double check. It didn't get changed up to 7.31, did it? No. And to be fair, okay, it does... It doesn't specifically say that it doesn't stack. So, you could go ahead and blame the tooltips, I think, on this one. There we go, Pudge. They still want to try and go for this here. What? They're going to go with the Eclipse. Lycan. Oh, that's not great for Dire. Lycan was just able to walk off a Laguna Blade and an Eclipse. That's not a good sign. That's the fight over for them. They've got to run. Did not go great. They tried to throw everything onto the Lycan. He just walks it off. That's a concern. That is a concern. They're still up by a lot. Now, 8k lead for Dire. OD's pushing in the top lane. See if he sticks around here. Sniper's going to show himself. OD, does he want to go for some wild tier 2 dive? He doesn't. He doesn't. And the kills are close, but yeah, it's really the farm lead that you're feeling from Dire. I mean, they didn't kill the Lycan there, But as we saw Radiant, they had to walk away from the heroes like the Luna. Luna's very stacked right now. She's got all those core items, Dragon Lance, Manta Style, and Mask of Madness. Going for the BKB next, and that's going to be the timing where they can really try and push the base of Radiant. And with the net worth lead that they have, you know, it won't be too easy for them to defend. They have got good defenders in the Sniper and the Jakiro. Sniper's going to go all out for the damage. Desolator is what he wants after the Dragon Lance and Mask of Madness basics. DD rune. Oh, he's going to take that. Ooh. See what damage he's got here. Oh! That wasn't a good Lucent Beam, I'll tell you that. See if he can chase for this. He's got the mana, he just needs to find her, and with the extra bit of movement speed that the Luna has with her build, she's going to be fine. She'll be able to get back to safety. They'll turn for the Nyx Assassin, and he will die. The rest of Radiant coming over to see if they can do something now. But the Bushwhack's going to miss, and Sand he's able to get the jump in. They'll turn their attention over towards the Hoodwink as well. As they get themselves another, Sniper is going to come in. He's going to look for a bit of a cleanup. He's got the damage. As he takes down the OD, Lycan's in on top of the Lina. And Sand hiding in the... Oh, he's actually going to go for it with the Epicenter. It's enough damage to bring down a Jakiro. But and he's back into the Invis, but they see him and the shrapnel's hitting him hard. Sniper and the help of the Lycan, they get the cleanup kills. And that's the money for the Desolator done on Sniper. 21 to 22. The Sniper's getting a lot of cleanup jobs done successfully. And even more so, especially when you imagine, that was all done without any component of the Desolator. It just buys the full item here. So big increase to the DPS of the Sniper. The Dagons continue to get graded up. Now at level 3 here for Nyx Assassin. The BKB, I said, that's the big timing for the Dire. Get that BKB and then fight, push around this Luna. And see what Radiant's going to be able to do to stop you. What's the move here? Dire. Got Lina on the defensive. Lycan's going to respect that on his own. Aghanims for the build for the Sand King. Close to that one. And Jakiro, going for this sort of damage build. I like it. I mean, his spells, they burn. They burn hard. So amping up with the Veil of the Discord and the Kaya. It's a lot of spell damage. Not a lot of save, however. I don't think we're seeing any 4-staffs on the Radiance lineup. So hard to break their allies out of the combos that Dire will rain down with them, especially after the setup of something like the Astral. Now, Pudge is on the hunt here in the jungle. They may just find him instead. Yep. Good catch here, Hoodwink. Grabbing him just on the edge. Luna's also come over. I mean, Pudge will die. Yeah, Luna can't take this battle on her own. Absolutely not. Back to the safety of her side of the map. Get this BKB sent out, and then you can maybe look for those sort of moves. Nyx Assassin. Well, that's the catch. That's most certainly the kill. They're grouping up and pushing in. And just poking at Dire here when they know that Dire's not quite together. Jakiro, he will die for his efforts of the warding. I mean, Luna's the big... I think ultimately, you got to watch for them being able to catch the Luna pre-BKB with this opening stun. And then after that, Sniper just being able to focus the Luna safely from range, or Lycan just being able to get in with the army on top of the Luna. Oh, Lina. Alright, another bit of a freebie here for the Radiant as they're protecting their jungle very well. Dire can't just casually walk up here, as we're seeing from the Radiant. Yeah, this is just fully guarded here by Radiant side of things. Dire. They're going to have to deal with a level 4 Dagon Nyx coming from them as well. Pudge, he's going to try coming up here. It's been a bit of a trap each time, though, and it will continue to be. Exactly that. Over the side. Dire will make the move onto the Jakiro. They'll get him. So a bit of something in return, but now the chase is going to come through. BKB's popped from Luna. Luna's going to attempt to stand their ground, but they cannot do so against the physical of the Lycan and the Sniper. It's too much for Luna to deal with on their own. They've got to run. They're going to run for side. They've got the Eclipse. They'll try and stand their ground, but they just cannot deal with this incredible amount of damage coming out. OD drops the ult, but Nyx Assassin was already on top of him. And with the Mana Burn and the Dagon, Radiant will claim the OD's life as well. As strong as the Luna is, and okay, mid, Nyx Assassin dies. As strong as the Luna is with her items, can't take this team on her own. They need to have a bit better organization here on the Dire. And the ability to just group up and just really play off the fact that Luna's hit these timings. Time to get back with the push hit. Lycan on the mid. He pushes hard. He's going to push even harder soon. The AC well on track here as he builds up the money. Sniper. What's his idea after the death? So could keep getting that damage out. Crystallis 2.1k gold. He's close to being able to go for a full Daedalus if he wishes. Pudge looking for a hook opportunity mid. They're going to go with a jump. Lycan is pretty beefy. But they've got him there. They have got him. He may have armor and regen, but he hasn't got magic immunity. So held in the sandstorm, the job gets done at the end of it all. Can they do much with this? He'll have Luna back up in a second. We'll see what the move's going to be straight away from Dire. Also got the Paladin Sword. Arguably, you know, one of the sort of top 2 items. Top 3 items I'd say you could get at this tier. Actually, what? Yeah, it's definitely got to be in the top 3, I'd say, for a tier 3 item. Let's have a look. What do you normally want as a Luna? Paladins or the Sliver? Yeah, there's quite a few nice ones, actually. Quiver can be actually really good. As far as I'm aware, that does work with the Lucent Beam hit. So that's like a ridiculous amount of damage. I mean, Luna's just kind of... Because she's just... Yeah, there's a lot of things that Luna could play with beneficially. I would argue, though, out of all the ones that you'd maybe hold on to for the longest, you could maybe make a case for the Paladin Sword, especially if you're going for some... If you have lifesteal in the build anyway. Like, that increase to the lifesteal, you know, you can't write that off. Oh, top lane. There we go, Sniper's ready to go to work, but he's being careful with his positioning. As OD's already come in. Taking down there Jakiro, also the Nyx Assassin as he goes back in for this. Oh, Sniper's been hooked. Oh no, that will kill the Sniper. And this should kill the Hoodwink as well. Lycan's going to run in. He's going to try and take this on, but he's on his own. I don't think he can take them on his own here. The beam's coming out as well as the Burrow Strike. I think this might be a team wipe. It is. It is a team wipe. Oh dear. They don't have creeps quite yet, and nice use of the fortification is going to keep the creeps held away from the tier 2 for a little bit of time, not for long. Oh, that was a rough fight. Very rough fight. I mean, as we're seeing, a glass cannon Sniper. You get caught, you're dead. You are dead, you're out of the game, you're losing buildings, you're losing your towers. Tier 2's gone. Honestly, with the Sniper gone for 30 seconds, that's got to be feeling pretty appealing for Dire to keep going for more. Let's see how much more they feel they can do. They didn't use the BKB, of course, from the Luna. She still has that. Ready for the next move. Got the catch on the Pudge at the side. Macropyre's down. Oh, actually popping the BKB now. A little scared there because of the damage coming out from the Macropyre. Lena will bots over to the creep wave, but with the respawns coming in, seems that Dire will hold back and won't try to force anything too hastily underneath the Sniper's defenses. Oh, Nyx Assassin. That's an easy kill. Easy kill there for the Nyx Assassin, and maybe have the chance to go for more. They get the setup onto the Sand King. Does get caught out by the hook, though. Can they keep cleaning up Radiant? They're going to try. Oh, Astral actually, I believe, protects him from the Laguna Blade damage. They'll go for the Meteor Hammer challenge, but they've actually... Lycan's just in on top of them all. And this time, it's Radiant's opportunity to get a team wipe. Oh, okay. They just clean the floor with the Radiance here, with the Dire's hero. as Radiant will defend their tier 2. They're ready to run down mid. I mean, I don't think I've seen a team wipe one way and then a team wipe the other way happen quite as abruptly as it has done this game. In less than a minute, we're getting the other side wiping the team that wiped them moments before. Let's see what sort of an opportunity Radiant get with their push. I mean, they have the AC done on the Lycan. Still a very, very large window where they're dead. Tier 2s are still standing on the side lanes, so they'll only be able to get the one set of racks at a maximum. But honestly, with the push that they have, they might even go up towards the Ancient. At least I don't see any reason why not to. They can push very, very hard. They're going to get the racks. We'll see how much damage they can do on towards tier 4s here. I mean, it is a lot. It's Deso and AC. It's a lot. Pudge is up. They'll have Luna back in 8 seconds. I mean, fight them. Is that soon enough? I don't think it is. All right, it's not. Okay, it's over. All right, well. There we go. Just moments from team wiping the Radiant, and Dire probably feeling pretty good about themselves. They get team wiped, and then suddenly the game is over. Suddenly the game is over. And just like that, it can happen very, very fast in the old game of Dota 2. It really can, and even in the most balanced ones. 33-33 on the kills in a game where Dire, they held the lead on the graphs. And they did hold the lead. Well, there we go. Radiant, they had the excellent push. I mean, honestly, the Deso sniper, it did make the difference there. Without that extra bit of minus armor, on top of course, already the AC, those buildings, those towers probably don't fall at a rate that doesn't allow Dire could then suddenly come in and defend. I mean, they were seconds away from respawning. So, big brain stuff here from the Radiant, and it gets the job done. They seize the opportunity, they slam it down mid, they end the game. Good as well to see the morale stay high after they've been team wiped. I feel a lot of times in Dota 2, your team gets team wiped. The chances of you ending the game seem to definitely be reduced moments after you've been team wiped, because the feeling of grouping up and going down mid and doing something actively, it's very common that you might get one player that just feels very negative about the situation after you get team wiped and is like, I'm going to go hit creeps. But they didn't do that. They didn't go hit creeps. They ran it down mid. They ended the game. So shout out to Radiant with the way they closed that one up. And I hope you, ladies and gentlemen, enjoyed another Herald cast. I've been ODPixel. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you more for some fun Dota 2. Have a great rest of your day.